And during this time, you can join a new Medicare Advantage plan or a standalone prescription drug plan or switch back to original Medicare. Enrollment will take effect January the 1st. The Medicare Advantage open enrollment period is also an option for changing coverage if you have a Medicare Advantage plan. The Medicare Advantage open enrollment period lasts from January 1st to March 31st of each year, and you can switch from one Medicare Advantage plan to another Medicare Advantage plan or back to original Medicare. Enrollment takes effect the first of the following month. For this and more information about Medicare, call Courtesy Insurance and Financial Services at 727-210-0522. Again, that's 727-210-0522. That's Courtesy Insurance and Financial Services at 727-210-0522.
Experience the largest aerospace expo in the South as Sun and Fun returns to the skies of Lakeland April 2nd through 7th. It's not just an air show, it's everything aviation. Walk among hundreds of aircraft, browse over 500 exhibits and activities, then be amazed at daily air shows with breathtaking aerobatic flights by the world's top pilots featuring the U.S. Navy Blue Angels. See dozens of mighty warbirds fly, from vintage bombers to modern fighter jets, and feel the heat of a 1,000-foot wall of fire. Florida residents, buy a ticket for Saturday, April 6th and get Sunday, April 7th for free. Come all day Saturday and stay for the night air show with its amazing Star Dance Spectacular drone light show, aerobatic flyers, plus a fireworks display. Then return Sunday for an additional show. That's 3 shows for the price of 1. Make plans now to bring the whole family and experience the past, present, and future of aviation at the Sun and Fun International Fly-In and Expo. Children under 10 free. For additional ticket information and show schedules, visit us at flysnf.org.
Hi there, I'm Dr. John.
And I'm Dr. Lisa.
Do you have medical questions you never get to ask?
Now you can ask us.
After many years of caring for children and families, we've learned that the best informed families are also the healthiest.
Are you saying knowledge is power, Dr. John?
I am, Dr. Lisa, and since you're the smart one, I hope you'll share some knowledge with me and our listeners.
Let's do this then.
Okay, we hope you join us every Monday at noon right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network for the Doctors John and Lisa Show.
Listen online at tantalk1340.com.
Hello out there. Tune in every Saturday at noon on Tan Talk or Connecting Caregivers with me, Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for the caregivers. Every Saturday at noon, we will find resources, education, and a shoulder for the caregivers. I know it's tough, but we can work it out together. Look forward to you tuning in on Saturdays at noon, where you'll have tons of information. Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for the caregiver.
Hello there, Tampa Bay. This is former NFL and college football coach Jimmy Johnson. Listen to the Kelly Show every Monday starting at 5 p.m. They can sure use the attention.
And this is former Major League Baseball player, Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. I also hope you listen to the Kelly Show every Monday starting at 5 p.m. They can darn sure use the money.
Hi there. This is marine wildlife artist and conservationist Dr. Guy Harvey. Please listen to the Kelly Show every Monday starting at 5 p.m. They need to feel worthy.
Whether it's for your home or office, ACS Home Services should be your first call for AC repair and maintenance. ACS is locally owned and operated and takes pride in serving the entire Tampa Bay area. Right now, you can take advantage of ACS's special 44-point tuning clean for just $179. Service include cleaning dirty coils, clogged drain pipes, up to a full free pound of Freon, and a free fresh duct fog treatment. Call ACS Home Services today, 813-534-4117.
Tune in to Keeping It Cool radio show, Saturday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
It's Monday. Do you need some Monday motivation? The Shop Local for Good News team is here. I'm Karena Morrison, and we're bringing you the good news stories of our neighbors doing good in our neighborhoods.
You can find us on Facebook Live on the Shop Local for Good page, and we're looking forward to your calls.
Let's get this Shop Local for Good News conversation started, shall we? Good morning, Tampa Bay. I hope everybody's motivated on this Monday morning. If not, that's my mission this morning. We are Shop Local for Good News. We air live on the Tan Talk Radio Network every Monday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We have local call-in numbers if you'd like to call in today, 727-441-3000. If you'd like to give a shout out to a local business doing good in our neighborhoods, please feel free. We're also live now on tantalk1340.com, and you can listen to us on your radio on the way into work. We are on 106.1 FM and AM 1340, 1350, and 1400 in Greater Tampa Bay. We go from Sarasota all the way, way up north. I got to figure out the top city that we broadcast to. It's up, I think, Dade City. So on Shop Local for Good News, our mission is to highlight the small business owners that are doing good in our neighborhoods. And also during our Benevolution Foundation segment, we'd like to give shouts out to the worthy nonprofits that are all volunteer managed in our community, and the ones that we like to help be more effective, help get funding, do what we can to spread their message. So for the Benevolution Foundation segment, we just like to remind everyone about the two approved nonprofits that we are working with in 2019. The first one is Bailey's Way Rescue. Shout out to all of their volunteers. They are a Greater Tampa Bay rescue, but I have seen them go as far as the Panhandle to rescue a puppy dog. Basically, they're a fostering program, so they don't have a shelter. So all the money that you donate to them gets put back into vet bills and helping the foster families to care for the animals so they can recover and find their forever homes. So we definitely want to give them a shout out. Bailey's Way Rescue you can find them on Facebook. And we are currently live on the Shop Local for Good Facebook page. Thanks to everybody that's following us on that page. If you follow us on Shop Local for Good, you'll get notified every week when we go live. And then you can jump on and, join the fun. So what I do normally afterwards, after the show, I give a comment on the Facebook Live with the links of the community leaders that we spotlight on each show. So I'll drop Bailey's Way Rescue's Facebook page on there, so you head on over there and give them a like and see what you can help them with. They're currently actively recruiting for a social media manager. So if that's something you love to do and you love puppy dogs, definitely connect with Bailey's Way Rescue. Our second nonprofit is Kids Campaign, Inc. I've known the founders of Kids Campaign, Inc. for many years. They have a dual mission. The first part of their mission is volunteerism. They love to encourage volunteerism in our community. And they do that through their serving campaign program. So basically, I'll give you two scenarios. Say you've got a teenager that would like to help Mrs. Jones down the street get her lawn done every week. And so he or she goes to Mrs. Jones and says, Mrs. Jones, I would like to help you with your lawn every week, and I'd like it to be a serving campaign for a kids campaign. So Mrs. Jones is obviously very appreciative. And she could either donate directly to Kids Campaign's second part of their mission, which is to assist families that are dealing with the challenges of pediatric cancer. And the person that's doing the serving campaign can go out and ask for their friends and family or other neighbors to donate to Kids Campaign. That's basically a sponsored volunteership. The other one, which is pretty fun, is if you're thinking, hey, we want to wear jeans to work on Friday. So you go to the boss, you say, boss person, we would like to wear jeans on Fridays. And in exchange for you allowing us to come into work all comfy, we'd like to each of us donate, say, $10, $20 to Kids Campaign every Friday. So the boss person is pretty cool, and they're like, what a great idea. So you connect with the Kids Campaign team and let them know what you're doing. And that way, Kids Campaign raises funds for their second part of their mission, which is assisting families with certain bills and expenses that all too often aren't covered by insurance, or they aren't covered by the bigger grant foundations, or they have had a relapse that they've used their one time. So we want to give a shout out to Christine and Melanie and the whole Kids Campaign team for what they do for those families that are dealing with obstacles and challenges. And then they show them love too. They have picnics, and they do a celebration during Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month of the families that are recovering. So I will definitely drop the Kids Campaign Facebook page as a comment on the Shop Local for Good live video. So please do give them a shout out and a like on their page, and connect with them. There's all kinds of ways you can help. Get creative. You could also volunteer for another nonprofit. Maybe you volunteer your time and see if other people will sponsor that time by sending Kids Campaign some needed funding. Now, the nonprofits at the Benevolution Foundation helps with things like identifying effective board members, social media management, and by basically bringing awareness to their missions. They are all volunteer managed, and we've worked very closely with them because all too often people look for a nonprofit to be rated by these large rating agencies. And I want to give you a little bit of insight into how those rating agencies work. For example, the most recognized one, and I'm not going to name names, but the most recognized one requires the nonprofit to have raised $1 million for 5 years straight before they'll even look at them. So that pretty much shuts all the locally focused nonprofits that, are doing the hard work in the neighborhoods, and most often are mainly funded by the families that started them. So Benevolution Foundation saw a gap there. And so we like to add our voice to the worthy nonprofits that we work closely with, and get the word out about the good works they're doing in our neighborhood. So we want to thank everyone for joining us on Shop Local for Good's Facebook Live. And if you have a nonprofit, preferably all volunteer managed, they need the most help. Please feel free to tag them in the comment on the Shop Local for Good Facebook Live, and we'll follow up and see if we can help out in some way. So this show is Shop Local for Good News, hashtag Rocking 600 block. We started the Shop Local for Good started the Rocking 600 block campaign basically when we partnered up with the Ruth Eckerd Hall Experience team, because in social media etiquette, it is just totally not cool to start a new event that takes away from the broader event. So basically what the Shop Local for Good team took on was the challenge to fill the 600 block of Cleveland Street with vendors and food trucks, so that we could encourage the attendees of the Blast Fridays every last Friday in January through May. We want to give a shout out to the Ruth Eckerd Hall Experience team for putting on a phenomenal show on the last Friday of each month. So what Shop Local for Good is tasked with is highlighting the vendors and the food trucks that are staged on the 600 block and encouraging our neighbors to come down away from the main stage for a little bit to visit with us. That way we can also highlight the small businesses that are on our block and that are, basically working hard every day to encourage our neighbors to do business with them locally. A lot of the small businesses like Signworks, they're not necessarily open, but I do want to give a shout out to Leif and his team, because they do phenomenal work. they also getting some postcards done because we're having a going green party on Blast Friday on the beautiful patio Station Square Creative Suites. That's where the MarketSpace for Good is located. And that's going to include the team leaders of Tampa Bay with It Works. And they're going to have a bunch of free samples out there for health and wellness. And I'm just thrilled about them. They're a phenomenal team. They're very supportive. And full disclosure, I'm actually on the products. I'm actually drinking the keto coffee right now with the chocolate greens in it. And I had an experience with their new product is called Immunity. And I definitely want to highly recommend it. My grandmother and I came down with that cold, and we had a cough that just wouldn't go away. And my immunity came. And it's a tablet that you put in your drink. It tastes phenomenally berry. And it's a Defend Daily, and it has elderberry flavoring, and it's got a really cool mushroom in it, but it builds up your immunity in your system. So this would be huge for all of the teachers and the nurses, anybody in the medical field that's surrounded often by illness. But back to my granny, my 99-year-old grandmother lives with us. She wanted to come to the show today, Lorena, last night when she was going to bed. I want to come to the radio station with you. So she might come with us next week. It was a little early today. I had to make sure my son got off to California. He is actually competing in the National Craft Championships out in Long Beach, California. So he's representing Florida in the sheet metal competition. So I'm kind of proud of him for that. Just a little bit of humble bragging going on there. He's a hard worker, and he takes pride in his craft. So going back to the immunity, my grandmother and I ended up drinking a glass a day for a couple days, and you'd be amazed. It was a different. I'm sure we recovered a lot faster, let's put it that way, than we would have if we hadn't been on nothing. So that's my shout out. Shelly says good morning. Chef Shelly. We want to give a shout out to Stonehenge Cafe and Bakery. They are in Dunedin on Skinner Boulevard, and they are going to have a ribbon cutting. So go to their Facebook page at Stonehenge Cafe and Bakery, and she's doing phenomenal things for the dietary challenged people. And she's got paleo, she's got keto, and you wouldn't be able to tell it. I mean, a keto cupcake, y'all. So give Miss Shelley a shout out, and when you go in and let her know you heard about her on Shop Local for Good News. And they're going to have a ribbon cutting coming up pretty soon. So we're excited for them. They're doing phenomenal stuff in Dunedin. All right, going back to the Rocking 600 block. Friday is Blast Friday. So, and that's going to be with the Rippingtons on the main stage. And in Station Square Park on the Rocking 600 block, we're going to have Gloria West and the Gents. We're really excited about that. We've also got Oh My Heroes coming back. Yummy, yummy. And the Pineapple Shack's going to be there with their Dole Pineapple Whip. So we can have something sweet for you to eat too. Then we have, I believe we have Pamela's Home Style Cooking. And then we've got the funnel cakes people coming. Lots to eat. Lots to eat. And then we have Pet Wants Palm Harbor. They're going to be there. And what they have a unique program, and it's high quality pet food that they deliver to your door. And then they have all kinds of things available, like pet treats and products for your pets. And they're just phenomenal social media sharers. So I have to definitely give Pet One's Palm Harbor a great, lots of love. Sending lots of love to their family. And then we have Florida Honey. The Florida Honey is coming back. And we have, if you search hashtag Rocking 600 Block on Facebook, you'll see the album on the Shop Local for Good page. What we do extra for our vendors is we put a promotion up on a Facebook album instead of having an event page. That way we're not taking away from the event page that Ruth Eckerd Hall puts up. And then we share that album in their event, and Ruth Eckerd Hall generously approves our post so that you'll get to see all of the vendors that are going to be out there this Friday. That's this Friday in downtown Clearwater. And we want to see your family out there. We want a double attendance from last Friday. If you are a vendor in the area, we do have several. We have a few openings left. So you want to contact, if you want to be on the Rocking 600 Block, you have to contact the Shop Local for Good team directly, and we'll get you the vendor application form. It's an online form that you fill out through us, and then we send your name in to let the Ruth Eckerd Hall security team know that you're allowed on the Rocking 600 Block, but that has to be done by Wednesday. So chop. And then we have some exciting news and a competition. This past Saturday, we had a lot of very enthusiastic visitors, and they were all looking for the Downtown Clearwater Farmers Market and Community Showcase. And after about the third or fourth one, I should ask the first one, but I was kind of shocked that everybody was showing up so early. They told us that there was a newspaper article written about us. Now, I can't find it anywhere. I cannot find it anywhere. And the people I talked to couldn't remember where they saw it. So I'm going to give you guys a Where's Waldo competition mission. And the first person that brings in a hard copy. So within the last week, there was a newspaper article about the Downtown Clearwater Farmers Market and Community Showcase through Shop Local for Good and the MarketSpace for Good. I have Google searched it everywhere. I can't find it. So it must only be in hard copy. The first person that brings in a hard copy of the article that was written about our market into the MarketSpace for Good, that's 628 Cleveland Street, Suite 11. We will be open tomorrow. We're open Tuesday through Sundays, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. You're going to get a $25 shopping spree. So bring in a hard copy of the article. Now, that's the first person. The more the merrier. If you bring in a hard copy of the article and you're not first, we'll put you into a monthly drawing. And the first person that wins, they'll go into the monthly drawing too. And let's make that monthly drawing for a $50 shopping spree. And let me tell you guys, we are a small business local entrepreneur incubator at the MarketSpace for Good. It is a program of Shop Local for Good. We are hashtag More Than a Shelf. Basically, it's a membership-based program. So each one of the small businesses that we represent with their products in our retail space pays us a monthly membership fee. And then we empower them with the ability to price their own products, to showcase what they want, as long as that's not competing with the current member. And then they get to test, for example, new flavorings or new product lines, and see what their neighbors think about it before they go out into the big bad world. These are actually market vendors who the mission was anyone that's been in Florida during a summer season and has been to a market and seen these vendors working really, really, really hard and trying not to suffer from heat stroke. Oftentimes their products won't make it through that heat either. So that was one of the missions of why we launched MarketSpace for Good back in July of 2018. And we were in our initial location was in West Lowman, and we decided to move it to downtown Clearwater so we could be a little bit closer to our demographic, and then still hopefully help the West Lowman neighborhood in other ways. So that is what the MarketSpace for Good is about. Basically, we help local entrepreneurs grow their businesses and empower them with the ability to price their products. They can actually price them lower through our program than, say, by just consigning or putting them in a shop where other shops actually up their prices on their products, and then their customers get confused in why their products cost more in certain places. So you're getting it directly from the small business owner, and then Shop Local for Good. Basically, what we do is we track their sales, and then we issue them sales reports with the funds that they've earned twice a month, the middle of the month and the end of the month. And the only fee that we take off of that is a credit card processing fee. So our mission, our goal is to empower the local entrepreneurs, the local crafters, the local specialty foods like DJ's Homemade Salsa. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to announce it, but you need to stay tuned to him because he came in this week to restock, and he's got exciting things happening. Oh man, I'm so excited. He's expanding his line, and and he's gonna have some fabulous new stuff at the MarketSpace. We also have give a shout out to Airmail Apothecary. She is a full-time nurse, and her husband's a veteran, and she's not able to do as many markets, so she's actually one of our few members that we permitted to have 2 shelves because she has these beautiful gift sets that were taking up too much of her product shelf. So we worked with her on putting her gift sets in one of the Artists for Good slots, and then she's able to showcase her gift sets appropriately. So if you're looking for a special gift to pamper a friend or yourself, she has these ones that are for your tootsie footsies, and then she has ones with lotion that she crafts, and bath bomb, and a soap, and a sponge, and they're in these really pretty bags. You have to go to the MarketSpace for Good and check out the photos, because that's another thing that I love to do is put together social media promotions of the families that are in our retail space. We also have a local Words of Art showcase that features poets and authors from the Tampa Bay area. So you can come in, and if you're like me, I really don't like to read electronic books. I like to hold them. I like to smell the paper. I like to turn the pages, the real pages. So we have a whole line of books by authors such as Sebastian Roberts and Tom Cuba, and the Dark Horse Florida Publishing Poets. They have a compilation, and then we have Destiny that has her unicorn. The Unicorn, is it the Unicorn Chronicles? The Unicorn Manifesto. Sorry, Destiny. We have that book. Granny liked it. It's a collection of poetry from Destiny. And they also showcase words of art, which are prints that are taken from some of the covers of the books, and you can frame them, and they look pretty fantastic. So lots of unique items. We have B&L Fine Cigars, which is locally handcrafted cigars. We carry them. They have a humidor at the MarketSpace for Good, and the cigars are quite popular. Yeah, we sold quite a few on Saturday. Somebody was walking out like he won the something championship. He goes, "I got what I wanted." And I got to tell you guys, my daughter Lorena, she actually manages the MarketSpace Tuesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Except sometimes on Saturday I let her go home early, and I'm there. And she actually does a happy dance when you come in and shop with her. And I get a phone call. And I like getting those phone calls. So I want you to visit the MarketSpace for Good so my young entrepreneur can do some happy dances. More happy dances. She'll be doing aerobics. Who needs to go to the gym? Let's do the small business happy dance. Because the reason why she gets happy is because when we do our sales reports for the families that have entrusted us in helping grow their business, we like to send them big numbers. So let's build those numbers up for these small business families and, go on a shopping adventure at the MarketSpace for Good. That's 628 Cleveland Street, Suite 11. And come out to visit us. Now, during last Friday, I mentioned that we were going to have the Growing Opportunities Showcase. That is the Going Green Party with the It Works Tampa Bay leaders. They are also going to be out and about with postcard invitations. Now, these postcard invitations, what they get when you come back and visit the patio, not only do you get to sample the amazing It Works products, we're going to have the keto coffee bar rocking with the chocolate greens and some of the other new products I believe they're going to be sampling out. Most likely Hydrate, but I don't want to speak out of turn. And when you bring that postcard back, if you run into one of the It Works people while you're walking down the Blast Friday street and you come back to the Rocking 600 block, drop into the Station Square Creative Suites patio and show them the postcard, and they'll have an entry for you for a door prize drawing. So not only did you get to taste their products and meet the team, but you could possibly win prizes too. So we're excited about that. And then this Saturday, we have the Downtown Clearwater Farmers Market and Community Showcase. That's March 30th. And then April 6th, I want to mention April 6th is the following Saturday. And I'm really excited because the Ruth Eckerd experience, Ruth Eckerd Hall experience on the road, Ruth Eckerd Hall Arts on the Road, they're closing off the streets, I believe all 3 blocks, 600, 500, and 400. And they're going to have a free interactive children's art festival. Lots and lots of activities at the Station Square City Park. And the farmers market will be right next door. We're on the patio. You could see the park from us. There's like a gate and you can see us. So if you're going to come down on April 6th for the Ruth Eckerd Hall Arts on the Road Interactive Children's Art Festival, that's Saturday, April 6th. Drop into the farmers market and see who we've got showcased there on that Saturday. Now, Shop Local for Good also has a special deal for the farmers markets. We're just getting a little crazy for March. It's a March Madness, and we love to be able to empower even more vendors every week. So for only $99, if you are a local crafter or a local vendor in Tampa Bay, you can select 3 Saturdays in either March or April. So you want to get this done by the end of March because it is a March Madness special. Register for either this and register for this Saturday. I believe we have a few openings left. And then there are 4 Saturdays in April that you have an option to register for. And you'll get all of that for $99. Plus, I've gone really, really crazy. And I'm going to give you a free market opportunity in the fall when we reopen. So you'll get to have an opportunity for the kickoff if you want to. So, you realize that farmers markets at some point in Florida, it gets too hot to have them because the produce doesn't last, the vendors don't last, and their products don't last. So you want to come out before we have our season finale. It's not a finale because we're going to reopen back up in November. But April will be 6 months that the Shop Local for Good team has been working on growing the downtown Clearwater Farmers Market and Community Showcase. We definitely want to give much love to all the neighbors who have come out to support the vendors that are part of this emerging market. And we definitely want to thank the small business families that have decided to take a chance on the market and pay their vendor fee to be there. And because what we do with those vendor fees is we reinvest them back into the community to help inspire our neighbors to shop local for good. So that is actually part of our mission. For those who are first-time listeners, Shop Local for Good was launched in 2016, Lorena. And our mission, what I saw, I am the founder. What I saw was I was tired of driving down the street and seeing small business shops shuttered up because their communities weren't supporting them. Because behind every door of a brick and mortar store, I want to get poetry down, is a small business family. And there is a misunderstanding that small business families don't need the support of the community. That, certainly my neighbor must be shopping there. And what happens is when everybody thinks that way, nobody's shopping there, or very few people shop there, and then the overhead's not met, and those families pour all of their spare dimes and time into something that they dearly love, and often they also squeeze a couple of dimes out to give back to their community. And so it kind of bothers me when I see a small business close. So I launched Shop Local for Good, and the For Good has 2 meanings. One is for good, like forever. I was reflecting on, for example, how many Facebook friends I have now, because I've been involved in projects from a local to a national level. I'm sure a good deal of them are outside of the Tampa Bay area. However, I was just thinking if at least we'll say 200 of my friends. If 200 of my friends on Facebook, or Shop Local for Good has close to over 1,300 followers. If 130 of you, that's 10%, if 130 of you picked a local small business to shop with each week, that would mean the world of difference to that Shop Local for Good family. So make sure you check out the small businesses that we've worked with in the community. We do highlight the ones that give back. And so not only is your dollar empowered by shopping local, you're also empowering that family to potentially give more back to the worthy nonprofits that are doing good in your neighborhood. It just makes us all better when you shop local for good. That's my speech for the day. All right. So good morning, Gabby. Gabby is on our Facebook Live. Gabby stepped up big time when my husband had to go to Tennessee, and I was running a market. Lorraine and I were running a market, and not only is she a phenomenal It Works rep and the keto coffee bar queen every Saturday and on a few other times, she helps us manage the Saturday market. So we want to give her and her family a shout out. She's the one that helps us set up and break down and make sure that the vendors are doing well, and then occasionally she's out on the sidewalk inviting people in. Well, oftentimes. So we love Gabby. She's a phenomenal part of our Shop Local for Good team, and you could also get samples of her products at the MarketSpace for Good 6 days a week. Just saying. All right. So we've got March 30th. It's the Saturday market, and then April 6th is extra special. Ruth Eckerd Hall Arts on the Road will be there. And then we also have the Third Friday Art Walk that's coming up, that we are going to have Morgan Isaac International. We haven't sent out the press release, so you guys are getting like the heads up. Morgan Isaac International is going to be launching his spring collection, and it's called Black Gold, A Love Story. And I'll be sending out that press release tomorrow morning. And I am thrilled. He met with me on Saturday evening. His vision is really cool. He's going to transform the Station Square Creative Suites patio into a fashion walk. And it's going to be fantastic. So, and we're going to reach out to some local restaurants and see if they can donate some. It'll be benefiting the Benevolution Foundation as well. So I want to send out much love to Morgan Isaac. He is also a big, huge community supporter, and I just cannot wait. He's a fashion designer, and I just cannot wait to see his collection. So he's going to be launching his international collection, his international spring collection in downtown Clearwater. You are not going to want to miss that. It is on the third Friday of April. So let me get you that date. And while I'm looking it up, I do want to encourage you to follow Shop Local for Good on our Facebook page. And you can also subscribe to our events page, which is kind of cool. So the third Friday is April 13th. Nope. Oh my goodness. Looking for my calendar. Now, we do also have the Artist for Good showcase in Morgan Isaac. He's also a painter. So third Friday is April 19th. You want to be downtown. Now, there will be seats available, but they're limited and they're ticketed. So stay tuned for that. We will be launching the event for that. On today, later this afternoon, I'll be setting up the event for the Morgan Isaac Spring Collection launch, and it's going to be called Black Gold, A Love Story. He is so fabulous. I love Morgan, and he is truly a great guy to help support the Benevolution Foundation through the launch of his spring collection. So definitely pay attention to Shop Local for Good, and make sure that you can subscribe to our events page too, so that you get notified when we've got lots of stuff coming up. And I want you to hold the date of April 28th too, but I can't tell you why. How mean was that? That's a Sunday afternoon. I'm waiting to hear back from the city on that. That's what I'm going to tell you. It's going to be great. And then we do want to give a shout out to Danny with Artsy Fartsy Events. She's reaching out into the local artist community because there are opportunities available through at the MarketSpace for Good for local artists, and through our downtown markets and the Blast Friday events and Third Friday Art Walks. So if you know Danny, or if you want to, you definitely want to like her page. It's Artsy Fartsy Events because she has lots more going on than just with our team. But she is on a scouting mission for artists to be at Blast Friday. I'm looking forward to seeing what she can put together. That'll be phenomenal. Don't forget, Blast Friday is this Friday, and we're going to have the Rippingtons on the main stage. It's a Ruth Eckerd Hall Experience production. So basically what the Ruth Eckerd Hall Experience team and the Capitol Theater do is they stage entertainment from the 400 block all the way up to the 600 block. And the 600 block will be showcasing Gloria West and the Gents in the Station Square City Park. Last month, we had a huge crowd that actually had brought their own folding chairs. So feel free to do that too. And then you'll have local shopping and local artists and Going Green party that you can drop in on if you want to. And definitely you'll want to grab something to eat from our vendors too. The gyros are fantastic, aren't they? From Oh My Gyros. They're fantastic. And then we're waiting to hear back from Pamela's Homemade. Oh, she handcrafts her own veggie burgers. She was at the Saturday market, and I made a pig out of myself and ate too. But she handcrafts them out of sweet potatoes and spices and things, and she dresses them up, and we're looking forward to having her out there for Blast Friday as well. So I do appreciate all of our listeners. If you would like to sponsor the Shop Local for Good News segments, we have the Benevolution Foundation segment, which is a donation to the Benevolution Foundation. Please reach out to us on our Facebook page, and we can send you the details. Basically, it would be a donation to the Benevolution Foundation, and then we would send you out lots of love for your support of our mission in the community. And we also do have guest host spots available if you would like to be a live guest on our show. We simulcast on Facebook Live, and the Tan Talk Radio Network also simulcasts on their YouTube channel. And then Shop Local for Good has a YouTube channel where we memorialize each show. And your business would be more memorialized everywhere. And we are averaging around 2,000 viewers on our Facebook Live. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to showcase your small business in the community. It's very affordable. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me. It's Karena, Karena, that's Karena at shoplocalforgood.com. Or you can go to our website, that's shoplocalforgoodnews.com or shoplocalforgood.com. I really hope that you are not driving down the street taking notes. Just go to our Facebook page. It's real easy to remember. It's Shop Local for Good, Nina, right? Shop Local for Good. Can you say it a little louder? Speak up. Shop Local for Good? Yeah. She's looking at me because I put her on the spot. So once again, our mission is to spotlight the local businesses doing good in our neighborhoods, and to provide some coaching and support of small businesses in our communities. We support local entrepreneurs. We support local artists, artisans, authors, and the nonprofits that they support. We reach out to them too to see if we can help them out anyway. Just to recap on the nonprofit needs, Bailey's Way Rescue Group is currently accepting, I don't want to say applications. If you have a few hours a week and social media is your thing and you love puppy dogs, I really want to encourage you to reach out to the Bailey's Way Rescue Team and volunteer your services, because there's no other best way to feel good, according to the serial volunteer, than to do good for a good cause. And the Bailey's Way Rescue Group is a good cause. And, if you work in an office where you got a group of people that want to wear jeans and you'd like to help out a worthy cause with the kids campaign team, reach out to them and see what a serving campaign does. If you go to their About Us page on Kids Campaign Inc., it actually describes the serving campaign probably a whole lot better than I just did. But get creative. There's lots of ways you can give back to your community and get sponsored by your friends and family for a very worthy cause. Don't forget to visit the MarketSpace for Good at 628 Cleveland Street. We are in Suite 11. You could access the suite through the Laura Street parking garage through our back door. You'll see the back door that says Creative Suites. It's really pretty. Stacy Krupa did that logo. It's a train with a bunch of paint splashed on it. She did a fantastic job on that logo. Or you can actually directly access from Cleveland Street. Just look for our sign and you'll know that we're open. We're open 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., at least 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday through Sunday. And you can go on a shopping adventure with well over a dozen local entrepreneurs, artists, artisans, and authors. We do have the Artist for Good showcase that features Martine in his paintings, Morgan Isaac in his painting, the Copper Artist, which is, full disclosure, my husband. He designs artwork out of copper. That's why he's the Copper Artist. And then we have Karen Strum, and then we have Rashida Sharif and her Sweet Trees. So if you know of a local nonprofit that is all volunteer managed and they're struggling with figuring out how to set up their board of directors, I personally have experience, a couple of decades experience in helping establish nonprofits from a local to a national level. And I am currently seeking at least one more nonprofit to help out in 2019. So I'm reviewing grant applications as we speak. And I do want to also make sure that you go to the SummerFest for Good page. That is our festivals that are coming up. We have SummerFest for Good, which is June 22nd. And both of our festivals this year are being hosted and sponsored by the Plaza at the Palms of Largo team. We are thrilled to be going back to their gorgeous property this year. We are moving the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival to the Plaza at the Palms of Largo. We basically just outgrew our last venue, and we want to have plenty of space, plenty of mac and cheese, and plenty of family fun. Both of those festivals are fundraisers for the Benevolution Foundation and are approved nonprofits. So, and this year for the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival, we are moving back to the People's Choice Awards. We will have 2 awards this year, Tampa Bay's Best Mac and Cheese and Tampa Bay's Sweetest Treat. And we are doing it with a tasting coupon. So coupons will be available for you to purchase. And we will have family packs available with the tasting coupons. And basically, it's a tearaway ballot. So you present your coupon to the food vendor, and you will get a sample of either their mac and cheese or their sweetest treat that they're entering in the competition. And then on the other half of the tasting coupon is your ballot, where you will go to our voting booth and you'll vote for your favorite. And the one with the most votes wins, because People's Choice is awesome. All right. I want to just give a personal gratitude to all of my mentors and that have stepped up in the last week. We've the Shop Local for Good team has made some pretty big decisions on market festival management, and we are really looking forward to putting together some fantastic local festivals that are maximizing the fundraising for some really worthy local nonprofits. And because that is just what it's all about for me, is growing our community by bringing families together in fun ways to support local nonprofits that are doing good in our neighborhood. This is Shop Local for Good News. I'm Karena Morrison, and we are on every Monday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the Tan Talk Radio Network. And we want you to have an amazing week, everybody. See you at Blast Friday this Friday, and follow us on Facebook. That's Shop Local for Good on Facebook.